There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, unless you cover it in spiders and then shout, "Yum, spiders," and then eat the spiders, even though the Reese's covered in spiders. That's weird. Don't do that. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today, I'm showing you another example of what I'm starting to call Yukon workouts, and I'll tell you why. Unconventional workouts, Yukon, and I'm Canadian. There's a territory called Yukon. It just put together in my head. It's not like I'm selling anything. This is nothing fancy. It's all been done before. Honestly, in my log, I just couldn't stand writing unconventional anymore, and I wanted to give it like a little buzzword name. That's all it was. So I started off rotating between 3 exercises. You see here the sled chest press. It's like a shove. This would be useful for football players if you have access to a sled. It's not a huge mass builder, but it's a little bit of like an explosive, concentric only exercise. Hits the arms, hits the chest, hits the delts, and it's not going to take a lot of recovery. Now, I have no clue how much my sandbags weigh. I just shoved more sand in them. They are really tight. I'm stretching the limits, and that kind of makes it hard to grab because it's more like grabbing, let's say, an Atlas stone, and I'm just not really used to that yet. I think I have to take out just a tiny bit of sand in both of them, and I think they will be perfect. So it wasn't so much the weight, it was more so the shape that was giving me issues. And also, honestly, I filled it right before then. I had no time to warm up, get acclimated to them. I filled it and then just did the workout. So here you have the kettlebell snatches, 3 reps each arm, and I'm getting pretty damn proficient with this. I didn't think I'd be snatching the 97 pounders this soon after implementing kettlebell snatches, but here we are. Strength is strength, right? It's all about technique there. What I like about this is you're able to drive forward. I don't know what I'm... Oh, I hit the heavy bag. You're able to drive forward with the push as opposed to... Because some people are going to say, oh, bench press, it's not a... What's the fucking word? It's not functional, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is pretty functional. However, this is not going to... This shouldn't be a main pushing exercise is what I'm saying. Yeah, does it have its uses? But you're not going to turn this into a main exercise. This is basically active recovery between the snatches and the sandbag to my shoulder. That's essentially what that is. I wanted to go a little easier. I took out the landmine cleans. That's typically a bread and butter circuit that I do on my unconventional days where it's snatches, landmine clean, sandbag to shoulder. It's just, I don't know, I like it. But yeah, as you can see, if you compare this sandbag to my other videos, it looks way tighter here. It's basically a giant bean, not a giant bean bag, like a giant bean. Actually, that's a better way of putting it because it is just so tight. I'm definitely going to the limits of what weight it can hold. Then I did some death marching. I have a completely video on this all by itself. If you'd like to take a look at that, just go to my channel, search death march. It'll come up. It's basically a walking Romanian deadlift, but what I like about this is it hits your grip, hits your lower back, hits your traps, even hits your lats in a sense. The only way I can understand, or I can help you understand how, is by making you do it. Basically, as I am coming back up, I am sweeping the kettlebell toward my hips, and it's almost like a mini lat pullover. It's not a huge lat builder in a sense, but when you're doing so many reps over and over again, it pumps up the lats a bit. It's a complete total body exercise. Obviously, it's not going to hit your triceps and chest and shoulders, but it hits a lot of muscle. Then I wanted to do some core work. I just did some standing marches. Even if you do this exercise and don't decide to march, it'll give you a pretty good stimulus for your core, especially if you've never done them before, and a good stimulus for your upper back. This is very similar to doing a front squat, except the implement is just a bit different. You can see the bells are basically rested right on top of my shoulder. The marching just adds a little bit of instability because you are on one foot, so one side of your body ends up being challenged more than the other side of your body. That's all it is. And I find the slower you march, the better it is. Some people might think it's the opposite, but I disagree. Then I heavily sped up this clip because who the heck wants to see a human being do 100 neck curls in a row? I like doing high rep neck work. The low reps have its place, but I would say the majority of my training is high reps. And as should it be for you. The neck is a postural muscle, so it's going to respond to long duration sets. And that's just another Yukon workout. The breakdown is right here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great day.